So to do the first part of the experiment, I've already opened and loosened the caps for the Coke and the Diet Coke. And you'll notice right away that there's actually a big difference between the two of them. If you see, the Coke has very few bubbles across the top, whereas the Diet Coke has a large number of much larger bubbles, as you can see. And we'll be seeing similar observations as we do the next part, which is to pour the Coke into the graduated cylinder. And I'm going to put about 20 milliliters in here, and you will notice that it's a little hard to measure this. There are small markings on the cylinder that show the numbers, and right here is the 20 mil mark. So I'm going to take this plastic marker and I'm going to actually move it up so that you can actually see the difference. And I'm going to turn off the TV so that you can see this better. And periodically during this, my dog may walk by because he likes being involved too. So I'm going to take the Coke and pour it into the flask, so the cylinder. Obviously I haven't been in the lab enough lately. And you can see that it didn't take very long for all the bubbles to dissipate from the regular Coke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 Mentos, because in the Mythbusters experiment they use 2 liters of Coke or Diet Coke, and they add a whole package of Mentos, which I think is about 10 mints. So I figured that this is way more than what you would see normally with that experiment. The opening on this cylinder, I picked a 100 mil graduated cylinder because it is about the same size opening as a 2-liter bottle. And drop it in, and you can see that it quickly foams quite a lot, and then it slowly dissipates. But if you notice, the volume change for this wasn't really very high, which I think that you would be surprised by, because when you see it with the large scale, you see a large amount of the Coke or Diet Coke coming out of the 2-liter bottle. But it's just a surface area phenomenon, no big deal. And you'll notice that the total volume has changed because the volume of the Mentos themselves takes up a small amount of volume. And in fact, if you measure this out as a 20 mil, it does take up about 5 mils of space. So you could actually use this as a way of calculating the density or the volume of the substance. If you actually measured out the weight of the Mentos, you would actually be able to calculate that from that. So I'm going to have to do some cleanup to see the next part, which is going to be with the same experiment but with the Diet Coke.